close. So we are live on YouTube, guys, as well. So I've just been live on Facebook and TikTok and learning to navigate how to go about this. I'm not sure I'll get the same response on YouTube. I got quite a few subscribers, but that happened on the back end of me sharing a video with an interview with Ryan Reynolds some time back. So hopefully we can get a bit of an impact on here and get the ball rolling. So I've got some exciting stuff to announce as well. What's to come? There's I've been speaking about it for a little while. There is a podcast in the making as well, Grief to Grit podcast. And there's all sorts going on, guys. So as well as running a charity, finding a charity called Walking for Hope and putting back into the community that way, as well. I'm also created an initiative called Grief to Grit, hence the YouTube channel name. So stand by and stay tuned because we're going to be starting off with one being published of myself being interviewed and talking about my story and why we are doing this podcast. And then I'm going to be interviewing numerous people from all walks of life who've come through such adversity, resilient people who had to deal with serious adversity. So I'm not sure how it works on YouTube, guys. I'd love to get this going. I'd love to get this ball rolling. I've just seen someone join, then they went off. But yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Please follow. Please let's jack up that algorithm again. It's all for suicide prevention, guys. I am John Bell. I am a suicide survivor. I'm a bereaved parent to my 15-year-old son Jake, and I learn to carry him in my heart every single day to show up so my family will never have to feel the loss and to live without me. So I will outlive all my children as best as I can and keep showing up and being the strongest version of me. So I've learned to go back through my entire thought process and navigate learned behavior and everything that's gone off in my life and open up Pandora's box to deal with the darkest sides of my own psychology and wanting to join my son. I'm being very appropriate. I'm talking here. My daughter who's in the room, she understands a little bit how I do what I do, but it's about showing up for yourself, guys, and believing in yourself. And I want her to know that. I want her to know that because the best gift I can give to my children is for them to know how to show up for themselves. So I think that is so important, massively important. Believing in yourself is vital. It really is. Self-belief, self-respect, self-worth. And that doesn't mean it's being selfish, guys. Yeah. Showing up for yourself, even when you don't want to, okay, in those darkest times, it's important. Get up and keep going. It might not be running up a mountain like I do or doing any challenges. It might just be making yourself a nice hot cup of tea or coffee or having a nice hot bath. But self-care is really important. I don't think at the minute this is happening on YouTube. If I'm honest, it looks like there's 0 people on. I'm not sure. I'd love it to hit off on YouTube and for people to get involved. So I'm not going to hang about for now, guys. Hopefully I can post this and it goes out and a few more people see it. But I'm about to go on a journey and take you on a journey, okay, on showing you how to show up for yourself, okay? Showing you how to show up for yourself. We're social creatures. Learned behavior. Oh, we've got six on board. Six on board. Thanks for joining us, guys. I'm not sure how it works here, if I can interact with you or anything. Hi, Lee. How you doing, buddy? But showing up for yourself, I just think that is vital. Absolutely vital. There's so much hatred in the world today. So much hatred, and I'm gonna go into one of my favourite public speakers things here. And Lee, of course, you can have a shout out, buddy. And shout out to Lee Edwards 8698. Thank you for joining us, Lee, as well. So I want this is what I want, guys. I want to be interacting. I want to be a positive advocate for suicide prevention. I want to be showing people how we can show up for ourselves despite adversity and tragic circumstances that we've been exposed to as well. Hello, Cara. Nice to meet you too. Yes, Will Mellon, the barnyard. Do you know what? The barnyard H8. Someone said that when I was younger. I've not heard it for a long time. Someone told me I looked like him when I was younger. And I think it's the bent nose, isn't it? More than anything. I think it's the nose. That's from boxing for the army, that is. Had a blood clot in it and a dislodged septum. But yeah, no, thank you. Anyway, I'll take that as a compliment because I think a lot of people find him attractive, don't they? I am Spirit. Hello, new here. What's topic? Mental health and suicide prevention. Learning how to be your best self and creating a more resilient mindset as well. I am Spirit. So I think we can get this live stream 100 likes. Cara, thank you so much. Do you know what, guys? Wow, the power of social media and basic human compassion and kindness. This is what I want. This is what I want. I want to put back in. Unfortunately, guys, if you missed the first part of this video, I lost my son Jake Bell. Have a look on my page. Have a look on my page and see an interview with Ryan Reynolds as well. And my daughter's laughing because someone's Barnyard's just put he's a good-looking guy. And my daughter's laughing at me, bless her. So thank you. But no, yeah, have a look on my page, guys. There's a video with an interview with me with Ryan Reynolds, and I'm dressed as Deadpool. I carry a bathtub. I carry this. That's right, buddy. Yeah, I lost my 15-year-old son. I mean, I'm a big. I don't say straight out right as a media when they get older stuff. A lot of people ask me how I lost my son. The courts ruled my son's death as an accident. Well, I do a lot for suicide prevention. There's a lot of complexities involved sometimes, and I have to protect my family as well. There's a lot of there's such a negative ripple effect. So I'm a suicide survivor, guys. I'm a suicide survivor. Every single day I'm a suicide survivor because I have to be strong enough. I have to find the strength to go on. I have to find my son in my heart every single day, and I choose to. So I've reached a point where, despite waking in my own darkness, my own metaphoric personal hell, I find a way to shine a light and become that light for myself, for my family, and hopefully for other people out there as well. So just going to scroll through, guys. I don't want anyone thinking I'm being rude for my answering things. Good afternoon from Newcastle. Wonderful horseshoe. Thank you so much. Hello, Newcastle, as well. I was up there. I did one of my challenges. I did the Adrian. I can't get my words out sometimes. Adrian's Wall in 48 hours with a good friend of mine as well in 48 hours. We're going. Sorry, I'm Spirit. What kind of accident? I'm not I don't really want to speak openly about going into how I lost my son and things like that. I've got young children I have to protect that have to deal with the aftermath. But like I just said to you, I work in suicide prevention as well. So unfortunately, not unfortunately, but in most cases with under 18-year-olds, when things happen, the courts, most cases, rule things out as an accident, misadventure, and also this is to protect others. I truly believe this is to protect others, because the thoughts this creates for everybody. We blame, guilt, and everything. It's so easy to blame ourselves for things and go over things like that. And I've done it. I've gone back through my entire thought process, looking at why this woulda, shoulda, coulda. So yeah. Sorry, buddy. I'd love to talk more about that, but it's not fair on my younger children and things as well for me to go into detail publicly about it. I've already made sort of headlines with papers and things like that a few times, with carrying the bathtub, dressing up as Deadpool, my son's favourite character. So what I do is I'm a suicide survivor and I do a lot for suicide prevention. Unfortunately, I lost my son in what was classed as a tragic accident. So yeah, so it's about showing up, guys, and giving yourself some of that compassion. So I've learned that every day when I wake up in my own personal hell, I have an abundance of love that I want to give my son. There's only one thing I would like from this world and this universe to happen in my lifetime now and as long as I live. And that would be to have my son back. I want to see the normal things happen, all my other kids be successful, to be happy and things like that. And we shouldn't take all that for granted. But the one thing that I would like to have is my son back, and that can't happen. So I've had to come to terms with that. But I get to find him in my heart, and I've learned to follow Buddhist philosophy, the Four Noble Truths, what's known as the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. And it's all about, everything starts with a thought process, guys. We talk about mental health so much. Everything starts with a thought process. So, and when we think, what we think about ourselves is so important. If we don't have that basic sort of level of self belief, then we're going to struggle in some way. When the shit hits the fan or things get difficult in any way, we're going to struggle. So we often put what other people think about us before what we think about ourselves. So we can struggle with what people think about us, and that is just an opinion. What other people think of us is their opinion. So on that note, why would we put that in front of what we think of ourselves? So what you think of yourself is vital. It's more important than what anybody else thinks about you. Self-worth, guys, self-belief. And I'm going to start looking at how I can navigate showing people how to become the best version of themselves, and create a strong, resilient mind to care enough about yourself and wake up in a place where you've got an abundance of love too, and teach you how to. We've all got something inside of us. The human mind is so powerful. I've learned I'd carry a bathtub up Ben Nevis, Snowdon, the Yorkshire Three Peaks twice in one weekend and wear a bathtub. If you have a look at my page, guys, you'll see, and it's a ludicrous idea. It represents the burdens you don't see what people carry when with mental health troubles as well. With the burdens we don't see, and it's covered in rubber ducks with names on of lost loved ones to suicide as well. Thanks for staying with us, guys. For those still on board, yeah. And there's a flag. There's a flag, sweetheart. What are you doing? All right.
Scroll down to people.
I know. I'm gonna have a nose in there. Let's have a look. Sorry, guys. I'm subscribing. Thank you so much, Iron Spirit. I'm gonna cry. This is sad. Sorry, Cara. I'm not. My intentions are not to make people sad cry. Hopefully, to give people hope. And I don't have hope anymore. When I wake, I don't have hope. As much as I've created a charity called Walking for Hope, I've been a part of another charity called Baton of Hope. If anyone's heard of it in the UK, I create, and I hate to swear, guys. I feel like I should create a better vocabulary for myself, but I sometimes think that to be raw, sometimes there's got to be a bit of a swear word thrown in there. And I know there doesn't have to be, but I'm a big sort of believer in that mindset, like David Goggins is. I'm not going to even try and compare myself to David Goggins. He's next level, but I'm sort of understand him. Do you know what I mean? But I'm me. I'm John Bell. Grief to Grit, Dadpool, as the internet called me as well. But what I do is I create hope. So I will always be able to wake up and create hope because I find my son in my heart. So if he lives in my heart, I'm going to make my heart the most beautiful place for him to live. And he lives in my mind and my memories. I'm going to make my mind the most strongest, resilient mind I possibly can to know how to show up for myself and be here, be the best version of me. So my kids understand and learn from me how to be mentally stronger, to care enough about themselves. We have to care about ourselves and we have to care about what we put back into this world. Otherwise, I think we're just plodding along. Do you know what I mean? I think there's so many people out there struggling. When you hear the phrase battered about, you're not alone. You're really not alone. And I truly think what that means is everybody's going through something. We are all going through something. We don't take up as much space in other people's minds as we think we do. And and that's okay, guys. And we don't take as much space up as we think we do because they're too busy worrying about their own stuff. This is why self-care is absolutely vital. It really is. What's that? Don't worry, I won't leave. Now you're all right, Cara. As long as you're okay, Cara, that's the main thing. I'm all about inspiring as well. I have to inspire myself every single day, and I like doing that. I enjoy being who I am. Barnyard, I think I'm an idiot, mainly because I am. Uh, I don't know you, but I don't know you, buddy. I don't know you. But do you know what? I look for the best in everybody. Do you know what? We can all act like an idiot. We can all, if you read into, if you read into the 12 archetypes of the human mind by Carl Jung, a psychologist from the last century, you've got the jester. You see these tests on Facebook. Which personality am I? And the jester, the wise, the sage, everything falls in these as well. So the jester, we all sort of, so at some point, it's we seek external validation. We want, every single one of us want to be accepted in some way. We want to fit in, don't we? So being the jester, my son was that jester. He used to love playing up to the audience and being funny and having making people laugh. That's what he loved doing. I did it when I was a teenager. I knew him well. I was him, if you know what I mean. I was very similar to him, and so it's not a bad thing. Don't think down on yourself, Barnyard. As long as you're safe and okay, that's the main thing. We can all do and say silly things. Do you know what I mean? It's how you feel about yourself as well. But stay safe, stay strong, and keep believing in yourself, Barnyard. Because I'm sure if I got to have a face to face with you, I could pick out hundreds of good points because I'll find them because I look for the best in myself. I see the best in other people as well. Cora, wait, I'm gonna do something. Emojis for you. So thank you, Cora. Thank you so much. And Ben as well. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for joining. Uh, so yeah, do you know I'm quite pleased with tonight. I've gone live on Facebook. I've gone live on TikTok. I'm navigating, boosting my social media so I can be more of an advocate, a more positive advocate for helping people be in a better headspace and all for suicide prevention to help people see their true worth, see themselves properly as well, to shine a light on people out there because it can be a dark place, can't it? So I'm so pleased how tonight's turned out. I really am. Do you believe everything happens for a reason? I don't like it when people say that. Do you know what? A lot of people said things to me right at the early stages of losing my son, and that was sort of that every cloud has a silver lining. Everything happens for a reason, and it don't wash when you've lost a child, and when things like complexities of suicide are thrown in there as well, despite accidental misadventure, etc. It does make you think, wow, have you just said that to me? Have you just said that to me? But the thing is, I've learnt to believe that people don't know what to say sometimes. I don't think people really know what to say. And I've had good friends that I've known for years that have actually avoided me because they don't know what to say, because they would be worried probably of hurting my feelings or something. And they wouldn't want to, and especially if the parents themselves, they wouldn't want to imagine themselves in my situation, and rightly so. I won't want you to. That's why I do what I do. I don't want you to be in my situation. So I don't get offended by words or anything. I don't get upset or offended by words, if I'm honest. I am spirit. Uh, yeah. I feel a bit daft like saying people's like sort of things because I'm not used to. I'm a very personal sort of kind of guy, but I understand people have to sort of be a bit discreet sometimes when they're online, and rightly so, guys, as well, because you don't know who's out there. So. Uh, I from Crumlin. Crumlin, where's Crumlin? Where's that? Is that in the UK? Oh, but yeah. So being your best self, guys. Being your best self, looking for the best in yourself. That's what I'm all about. Uh, so yeah. I'm at a point where I'm ready to put back in even more. So every morning I wake, every single morning I wake, if I'm totally honest, I don't want to get up and do this without my son. Who would want to? Who would want to? But I make a choice to. I make a choice to, because I've got this beautiful little girl here. Yeah. I've got my other children. I've got my wife. I've got so many people. Not just my own friends and family now, but so many people depend on seeing that level of strength to show up when even when you don't want to show up. It's about learning how to want to for yourself, finding the best in yourself. So instead of sitting there feeling sorry for myself every morning and falling into a woe is me mentality and poor me, I've lost my son. I hate to sound pedantic when I say that. It's not minimizing the fact of my level of trauma and grief, but I've reached a point in my life where I know this is my life now. I know this is something I've got to deal with every single day. And if I'm going to choose to live, I'm going to do a damn fucking good job of it. And I'm going to show up every single day and show people we can be our best self despite having thoughts of not wanting to be here. And we can work on ourselves, and we can become better for ourselves and for everybody else, for all human beings out there, and be the best version of ourselves and keep being that positive positive advocate for suicide prevention and good mental health. So instead of thinking, poor me, when's the universe going to provide for me? And this is one of my favourite phrases from Dr. Wayne Dyer. I start thinking, you know what? Instead of take, I might give a little bit. So I give back to the world. And I think, what can I give back to the universe? What can I give back to the world? But when you realize, I realize to myself, I don't want to change other people, because people are like they are because of what they've learned through their lives. And the more you try and change somebody, the more they'll dig the rails in because they think they're right from their perspective and their learned behavior. So I've learned to adapt, to evolve, to change and strengthen my mindset and say to myself, what can I give back to the world? And that's the best version of me. So I'll work on myself. I self-reflect. If I spot hatred in the world, I try and respond to it with love. And I think that's so important, guys. I've got no room for hate, pain, or anger in my heart. Why is no one liking? It's just got it on the algorithms, Cara. I'm going to obviously be touching on things and doing more lives as time goes on. There's going to be podcasts going out, and we're going to be putting a lot more effort into all this. Unfortunately, I can't sit down and do work on all the algorithms myself. I'm a full-time. I work full-time as a child support worker, as well as running a charity full-time. So I don't have the time to dedicate it to it. We're getting guys coming on board to support with social media as well. No, you're all right. Don't need to apologise, Cara. It's just got to hit the algorithms. I'm a very strong person. Your kids are very lucky to have such a parent like you. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping that I can show other people that sort of way as well, to develop that level of strength. And it's not talking about strength of old fashioned masculinity and things like that as well. The sort of, and I come across this term with toxic masculinity and that recently, and well, I say recently over the last year or two, and it's do you know what, this strength in showing emotion. Do you know, guys, I might end up doing some of these lives, and you might see a few tears and stuff like that, and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's not all about being. I used to box. I used to do. I was in the army. Was first over the border into Iraq, apart from the special forces. Apart from the special forces, not a part of. And I was a prison officer. I worked in prisons as well, dealing with. Do you know what I mean? People that have gone through and committed horrendous crimes and gone through whatever they've gone through to get to that point. So I've learned to become resilient in my life anyway. But then losing my son, I had to learn a whole different level of resilience. And I think caring enough about yourself is the key. Caring enough about yourself to show up for yourself, because I want to do it for others as I give back, and I don't need anything myself, if I'm honest with you. So I've learned to give back, and I get more than enough doing that as well. Uh, so yeah, thank you guys, thank you so much. I think I'm gonna crack on in a minute. I'm gonna go and get something done, because I'm at one of our support groups tonight. Anyone local to Mansfield, by the way, guys, anybody local to Mansfield who's watching this as well, anybody local, Mansfield in Nottinghamshire, we run, through our charity, we run a peer support group called Talking for Hope. It's in association with our charity, Walking for Hope. So Talking for Hope, and that's at the Hetties building on a Tuesday night, every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. as well. Turn up just a little bit before, so we don't start and get into the group before as well. So about 5 to 10 to, if you can, we'll get the kettle on for you. And yeah, I can see Cara. I know. Yeah, everyone's left. It's only me now. That's perfectly okay. This will post onto my. Hopefully, this will post onto my page anyway. And it's not really for me, Cara. It's not about numbers. It's about reaching out to just one person out there. The rest will happen and naturally as time goes on as well. So yeah. So we've got the support group on a Tuesday, And if you're local to Mansfield, we also do a walk and talk as well, walking group. So I'm a trainee mountain leader at the moment, and I also take groups into the Peak District. We sometimes go further afield as well. Peak District's on our doorstep. So there's all sorts going on for our charity. My wife does monthly arts and craft groups as well. And there's so much more to come, guys. Stay tuned as well, because there's going to be a lot being posted through social media as we progress forward. Because next month, at the beginning of World Children's Mental Health Week, I'm going to be walking 100 miles on the 8th and the 9th of February. 100 miles without sleep, carrying that bathtub dressed as Deadpool, and showing people how we can put one foot in front of the other, even in those darkest times as well. And shining a light there, that's more important for me as well. So yeah, and then in April, I'm going to be walking the entire length of the UK, John O'Groats to Land's End, April and May. Originally, we got it down to 36 days. Maybe have to add a few days. We've got a big meeting this week with the trustees of the charity, and I want to make this more about the general public out there as well, guys. So thank you for joining tonight. Thank you so much. I've noticed a few more people's joined now. Anybody got any questions at all about what I've spoken about? All this for me is for mental resilience, suicide prevention, being your best self, and appreciating who you are, teaching that self-love as well, guys. Really, really is, and shining a light. So I could sit here and talk about my darkness all day long. I'd scare the shit out of most people, if I'm honest with you. Some of you might say, do you know what? I get it. Some of you might say, oh, that's too much for me. And that's okay, because it's yours. It's about you validating yourself. That's what it's all about. So I know how to shine a light in my darkness. Wow, I've pulled up a fucking throne in my hell, and I've sat on that throne and bitch slapped my demons, and I'll bitch slap them and make them feel sorry for themselves every single morning, thinking, oh, poor me. My demons are going to feel bad for themselves, thinking, how many 100 miles is John going to make us walk today? And I'm going to be my best self in my darkest place and shine that light no matter what. So when did you start this lovely religion? Yeah, well, but I mean, to be honest with you, I follow Buddhist philosophy. I don't put a label on myself, but I started studying theology, looking into all religions, all belief systems, and spirituality. I'd have laughed at people if they'd and took the piss as well if people had said, oh, spirits and spirituality and feelings and all this before I lost Jake. I'd have been so pedantic about it and took the piss out of people, but I'm probably more spiritual than most people, because I know how to find my son in my heart, and I know he courses through my veins because I feel him. I've done some ridiculous long walks and challenges, and it's just about being a better me to give back to the world. I think all religions through time, I truly believe we're created myself to help us to see the best in each other. I really think at some point they were, but I think we develop disturbing thought processes and start polluting religions, and we start. If your belief system, to me, makes you be unkind or harmful intentionally to another person, I think it's time to question that belief system. Do you know what I mean? So it's just about being, for me, it's about being a better human being, Cara, and I love being a better human being. So practicing that on a regular basis. Am I pronouncing your name right? Is it Kiara? Kiara. How is your day, sir? Thank you so much. My day is absolutely great. Thank you. I always try to look for the best, and in the shittest of situations, shall we say? So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Lovely. I've got a group to go to shortly though. I may hope is all good and well. Scooby Khan, all good, buddy. All good. How are you guys? Because that's what it's all about for me. How are you guys as well? I am in the best place I can be, and I want to do more for humanity. I really want to do more for you. I've got my daughter here. Can I say hi? So I've got my 11-year-old daughter here, Katie, who wants to say hi. She's just cutting in on today. I've been doing a bit more lives on my TikToks, my Facebook. Facebook's my main following, guys. I end up going on there more as well. I'm young, but I'm just open for you to have an amazing day. Always, Kiara, I hope you have an amazing day, okay? Believe in yourself, Kiara. You are the purpose. Okay, we've all got something special inside of us, and we are all that purpose as well. So keep being you, Kiara. Keep being you. Keep being amazing. You're more than welcome. Scooby, good, thank you. Good as can be. Keep showing up, Scooby. Keep being your best self, buddy. Sometimes, do you know what I find? It sometimes, even when we don't want to, that's more important, I think, to show up for yourself when you're feeling those thoughts. Acknowledge those thoughts, acknowledge those feelings. But how many times do we see battered about with mental health sort of charities of that now? Things like it's okay not to be okay, and it really is. It really is okay not to be okay. But at the same time, though, what are we going to do? What steps are we going to put in place as well to start developing coping mechanisms as well? That I think is vital for me. So it's okay to not be okay, but then knowing how to respond to yourself and acknowledge yourself and validate yourself, finding things that work for you, coping mechanisms, and being your best self. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So you're so kind. John Bell, thank you so much, guys. My wife's just walked in now as well. So I love your streams and everything. I liked and subscribed. Thank you so much, Cara. And I'm trying my best to become a bigger positive advocate for suicide prevention and for promoting good mental health and helping people to be in better places mentally as well, physically, emotionally, to validate yourself, to learn how to validate yourself. We seek external validation quite a lot. We want to be accepted, all of us. To give yourself that, I've got my daughter saying, what are you saying now, sweetheart? Come and say hello. Come on. Say hello to my daughter.
Hi.
This lovely young lady here, she is 11 years old, Katie, and she did have hair right down to her backside, right down her back, and she had it all cut off recently last year. She climbed her first mountain in Snowdon to raise money for the Little Princess Trust, and she had all her hair cut off to have a wig made for a young child who's unfortunately lost their hair through treatment for cancer, and I believe they work with alopecia, any type of illnesses for hair loss as well. So, and
Hi,
Cara says
Cara.
hi. Kiara, I am 7. That is young Kiara. I hope you're doing okay. How's school going? Do you want to say hello to Katie, Kiara? And am I pronouncing your name right? I think I am. I don't know. So I do. I've got a niece, but it's spelt differently, and it's pronounced Kira. So hi, she's Kira. She's saying it. I was thinking it might be Kira too. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Listen, I'm gonna crack on. I'm gonna go and get stuck in. So I've really got to get to the support group tonight. Look forward to talking with you all more. Thank you so much with all my heart. Thank you so much with all my heart. Keep being you guys. Keep being amazing. And you have got something so special inside you, and I hope you find out to tap into that because it's inside every single one of us. Keep being you. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. You are the purpose, guys. You are the purpose. See you soon, guys. Stay safe. How do you? I don't know how to turn this one off. Do you know how to, sweetheart? Can you see? Thank you, Kiara. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm looking how to turn it off. I don't know.
It might be the X.
The X at the top. Good night, guys. Stay safe.